Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the GROW program. Thank you for growing with me on today. I just want to take a moment of silence for all the mass shootings that are going on right now. I want to just take a moment of silence for the world, if you would do that with me. It's too many. It's too many shootings. It's too many hashtags. It's too many deaths. It's too much evil. It's too much hate. It's rampant. It's not even nothing to make light of. It's nothing to even joke about. It's nothing. It is so sad. The tragedies, the daily tragedies that are going on under the sun, the oppression under the sun that is being spoke about in Ecclesiastes, and the oppressors have the power, and the oppressed are here with no comforter, with just no guidance. Well, I'm gonna tell you now, there is a comforter, and it's the GROW program. God has brought the GROW program, and we are going to grow over this oppression. We are going to come together in love and drive this hate out. We have to rise up. We have to be the change. If we all begin to be the change, just think of the difference that we can make. If we all come together and begin to be the change, we can drive this hate and evil out this world. Because God said, my will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. And so no matter how dismal it looks to me, how daunting it looks to me, I have to keep going forth in God. Sometimes even when the turtle and the hare had the race, it didn't look good for the turtle. But in the end, persistence paid off. He kept right on going. He didn't stop. He didn't take a nap. He kept right on going, as the story told you. So that's what I have to do too. No matter how the task looks, it looks daunting. Yes, it does. But I have to keep going forth in God. The task looked daunting to Dr. King. The task looked daunting to all the other freedom fighters, but they had to go forth, passing on the message of love. So I have to do the same thing, whether I impact 1 or 1,000, I still have to keep going. I have to keep going forth in God. I have to keep passing forth the message of love, because that's my God-given purpose, is to keep on going. So, no, I don't have nobody behind me. I don't have the NAACP. I don't have anyone. I just keep on going. It's just God in me. So I just keep on going in God, and I'm going to tell you, it's something. It's really something to, and I don't even have a TV that I can find. I know all about this oppression, all these mass shootings and all this other stuff, because see, I really kind of disconnected myself from the oppression, from hearing about it. But, I'm here, and I know about it. I know about it, but I don't focus on it. I don't dwell on it. I dwell on God, because I know God has a plan. I know that God is moving. Even as my comrades, people fall around me, I pick up the legacy and I carry on. I pause for a minute, but I got to carry on. I cannot stop. I cannot be shut down. I got to keep pressing toward the mark of the high calling of God. God said, my will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. So therefore, God sends messengers to keep passing this message on forth until it's done, until God's will is done on earth as it is in heaven. So we got to keep going on. As this earth is on fire, we got to keep pressing on. We got to keep going on, sowing the seeds of love, as God is the water hose, and the ancestors. So we got to keep sowing love so we can grow love. It's a force greater than me behind this movement. That's God and the ancestors. Here on this earth, it's just me. So, but I got the good spirits behind me, honey, because my back was against the wall in that house. My back was against the wall. As I was sleeping, and as I'm sleeping, I think about GROW as I'm sleeping. And, some people like to think about the Bible stories. And as I was thinking, Somebody reminded me also that this happened to Job when Job's wife asked him to curse God and die, and Job denied. Job did not do that, and God blessed him. And when I was asked to curse God and die, I denied, and God blessed me with grow, and God has continued to bless me every day. And you will know, God is real. God is good, in a haunted house with demons. And then I'm also dealing with the biggest demon, my husband. God showed up and showed out. I mean, they rose up on my behalf, honey. They gave me grow. They showed me that love, push the message of love, start showing love. Stop fighting with him. Stop arguing with him. Stop doing this and doing that. Leave him alone. Then when I stopped arguing with him, he ain't had nothing else to argue about. So he had to find something. He had to reach in the past and find something. So that's why you have to show love. Stop arguing. Just start showing love. They say do such. Just try to go meditate it to God. Go sit and talk to the Lord. Meditate on a positive solution and watch God move. Watch God move in your life. I know God is moving, and God is growing. God is moving. We growing. And like I tell you, the task is daunting. It is. We're growing. And at the same time, you have to keep people's attention. You have to keep people going, keep people motivated, because people will stop and focus on the evil. The message of God, yes, they want to hear that, but the evil is so prevalent. The evil is just here, there, and everywhere. So, they're off, the message, yeah, they want that. They want to grow. They want to grow in God. But at the same time, everybody's dealing with a spiritual warfare. They're dealing with spiritual attacks. As you go out the door every day, you have spiritual darts just thrown at you from different directions. Your job, your people, just these spiritual darts. Why they do that? Why they say that? Why they act like that? Because it's a spiritual attack against you, coming up against you. You have to grow in God. You have to grow spiritually every single day. And what does it mean to grow in God? It don't mean to do nothing. Just do it righteously. Just everything you do it righteously. That way you won't have to go back and undo nothing. So just go forth righteously in God. Trusting and believing in God, and hold on to God's unchanging hand. Never let go of God. Hold on to God, honey. I'm telling you, God is in the game. God is here. God is in it. God is an unseen force, just like the evil, but God is an unseen force that works quietly in the background, very quietly on your behalf. But God is working. So let go and let God, and allow God to work this situation out for you. Allow God to manifest and move in your life. Peace be still. We know that God is the bridge over the troubled waters. And all we have to do, is take that, just go on over the bridge. Don't disturb the water. Just go on over the bridge. God got the bridge there for you. Go on over the bridge. Don't trouble the waters. God is working it out. God is moving right now over this evil as we are growing. But people take their mind. So it's so much going on. And I understand. It's every day is so much going on. Then on top of that, the evil all outside the house. Then you're dealing with the spiritual attacks within your family. I dealt with them. Within your friends, I dealt with them. So I understand. God removed me from the spiritual warfare and the spiritual attacks that way, so I can focus on the podcast and send out the message of love. See, because as my spirit was being attacked, that would bring me down, and I didn't want to get on the podcast. But God had to work through me. Yeah, let me take that back. I had the desire to get on the podcast. Yeah, but when somebody attack your spirit, it deflates you. It makes you not want to do nothing. And that's the design. It's to keep attacking you, keep bringing you down, so that you do not see God. You do not focus. You can't focus on God because you're so focused on this spiritual attack that you under. But God is here. God is helping you. God is moving. So let go and allow God to move in your life. Allow God to make a difference. Trust God. Trust what you can't see. Trust that God is there. God is moving. I'm telling you, honey, it's a force greater than the evil in this world. Just hold on to God. We have to have God each and every day, not just on Sunday, not just on Saturday, not just on Wednesday night, not just on Thursday. We got to have God every single day. Every day, start your day off with the Lord. Tell somebody to grow, because this is how we grow. We're going to grow over this evil, honey. I'm going to keep pushing this movement. It don't matter. I don't care. I know the task is daunting. When a lot of tasks is daunting, but I got to keep pushing this movement. I cannot be deterred. I cannot, because I'm the messenger, bringing forth the message of love. And if I stop, then what happens? So I got to keep going forth. And God has revealed to me that grow is going to be here long after I'm gone. We're going to keep growing. It's going to be here. It's going to be here long after I'm, look at all these episodes, and I'm going to continue to make episodes. I'm going to continue to work for the Lord. I'm going to continue to keep my eyes focused on God, because I cannot go back and be a part of the spiritual warfare. Then there I go. I die, I can't. I got to keep going. Giving up is not an option when it come to God, honey. We can't give up. We can't we can't give in to the battle, because the battle is the Lord's. It is not even yours, but you in it fighting it like it is. Just put on your whole armor of God, and live righteously. Just do it righteously. Each day, strive to be better in God. Just each and every day, strive to reach your greatness. As you slough off all this old stuff, unforgiveness, bitterness, anger. You mad at her because she did this. You remember when they did that. You remember when they said such and such. It's a spiritual attack. It's not your people. Love your people. Love your people. And love is going to drive out the hate. We're going to drive this hate out of here. We are people. I want you to know that you are a warrior and a conquering God. You are greatness. God loves you. We are, it's a beautiful Saturday that we on today. A beautiful Saturday. This is a great day in the Lord. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Regardless of what's going on around us. We got all these different kind of threats. All this going on. We got this happening. The government can't come together and do this and do that. But I'm going to tell you something. I got God. That's who I trust. I trust in God each and every day. I don't worry about what they're going to do over here, or if they're going to have this here, or if they got that back there, or what they're going to take and do with this over here. I worry about what God going to do. I keep my track on the Lord. I used to track other folks and worry about what they was going to do, worry about what they was going to have. Wake up in the morning trying to track somebody, find out what's going on. But look, now I track the Lord. I keep my eyes focused on God each and every day. I wake up in the morning thinking about God each and every day. I love the Lord with all my heart, and my heart never turned cold. So that's what we got to work on. We got to change our minds and hearts to grow. We got to think of this is a better way in God, living to try to live righteously and reach your greatness, in God. Each and every day, just trying to be the change, trying to be the difference. Because if you be the difference, guess what? Other folks, it's a domino effect. Everybody gonna start being a different. They gonna see what's wrong with him, what's going on with him, what he doing. He can change. He growing. We growing in God. We tell your people to grow. Grab them, tell them to grow. Hey, look, it's time to grow. We finna grow over this evil. It's evil all down here, but we getting ready to grow over this evil. We ain't gonna be. We see it going on. The evil is prevalent, honey. The evil wants you to know. Hey, look, I'm this. I'm just like when I'm gonna tell you when that boy kept telling. That 14-year-old boy kept telling people he was gonna go kill somebody. That's evil. That's the evil. The evil is prevalent. He kept saying, "I'm gonna go kill somebody," and then he finally went and did it. Nobody took him serious. That was as he was saying this a call for help. The boy was asking for help, but nobody took him serious. So now we got two tragedies of children on our hands. The children are seeing the evil, and they're committing the evil. We need to grab the children, and we need to grab them, and we need to show them love. We need to teach them love. We need to not see this. What I don't understand this right here. I don't understand giving children a curfew and then letting them go, and you don't even know where they at. They just got a curfew and they gone, but they're under your supervision. Don't let your children go and don't know where they're at and what they're doing. Always know where they are, who has them, because next thing, like this young man, he gone, he caught up, and the little young girl, she gone. It's 2 lives lost, and it's such a tragedy, just a tragedy. They really truly could have been prevented. Just imagine if I'd have got a hold up, and spoke to him the message of love. Love drives out hate. Love, not hate, will make the world great. Just think if I'd have got a hold of him, maybe I could have saved them 2 lives. So that's what we're trying to do now. We're trying to grow over this evil. We need to grab this new generation, these kids, grab this next generation. That's our tomorrow. They looking at us today. So he's looking at all this evil. He's seeing this oppression under the sun, and then the evil counts us up for slaughter, and there he went, just counted him right, took him right on, and then took the young girl right along with him, so that's 2 lives lost. They charging him as a 14 years old, charging him as an adult. I can't even imagine my 14-year-old child being charged as an adult and committing a horrible crime like that. So, that's why I say evil counts us up for slaughter. It could be my child, your child, anybody's child. I pray it's nobody else's child no more. But I'm just saying this evil is prevalent. So either we sit back and twiddle our thumbs and just keep looking. Oh, look, the evil right here. Wow, they did that. Oh, look at the evil over here. Wow, they did that. No, it's time to be the change. It's time to stop. We got to stop it right now. So we got to end it. And as we end it, as we begin to grow, as we begin to sow the seeds of love, we begin to reap the harvest of love. We're going to have a great big harvest. When will there be a harvest of the world? It's coming. It's coming. There's going to be a harvest of the world, honey. It's going to be a harvest of the world. Thank you, Teddy. It's going to be a harvest of the world. So we growing. We are growing. Keep growing. Don't stop growing. Don't stop growing in God. Don't stop telling your people to grow, honey. Keep growing in God. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I love you. So we going to rise. We going to grow. We going to reach our greatness. We going to slough off all this old stuff. We going to start forgiving. We going to start letting go of the past. We going to start looking forward to the future. We going to grab up our children. Know where they at. Stop letting them go. And okay, you can be back at 1, 2 o'clock. Well, where they at? Who with them? Who got them? What they doing? These are children. We got to know where they at. These ain't adults. We just let them go. Okay, go and come back at 2 o'clock. No, you can't do that. You got to know where they at, honey. I always knew where mine was at. I take them and another parent would bring them. We going to know where they at. It's too much going on. These are not these simple, sweet times that seem like we living in. No. So we got to do different. It's a better way in God. It's time to grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. Let's rise.